I'm Sarah Arowesti, and welcome to the Livros Lookout. This week's selection is Sephardic Identity, Essays on a Vanishing Jewish Culture, edited by George K. Zucker. Now, there have been many collections of Sephardic essays, but I think this one is really interesting. This was written 20 years ago and still holds up really well. The preface and the introduction, the latter written by renowned scholar Isaac Jack Levy, make some very interesting arguments, one of which is that there are actually two exiles of Sephardic Jews, one, of course, being the Spanish Inquisition, the other being the Holocaust. And he argues that if it weren't for the Spanish Inquisition, Sephardic culture would not be as we know it today. It was precisely because of the exile that Jews banded together and preserved some of their customs. And he goes into it in much more depth, and I think it's a really interesting way to look at things. And most of the essays are grounded in that. I also think that the way it is set up in its sections is very interesting. The first is history, sociology, and anthropology, with essays like Paul Wexler's Are the Sephardim Jews, or are they Judaized Arabs, Berbers, and Iberians? Very interesting. The next one is Language, Literature, and Philosophy. And we have an interesting essay, among others, by Tracy K. Harris. What language did the Jews speak in pre-expulsion Spain? We have music and dance. We don't hear so much about Sephardic dance, and this is a wonderful essay by Judith Bryn Ingber, Is Sephardic Dance Too Sexy? And of course, from the great Judith Cohen, The Mediaization of Judeo-Spanish Song. And then we, of course, have an epilogue on the future of Sephardism. And I just think this is a really interesting collection of essay topics that I haven't seen in other collections. And for that reason, I think it is a valuable addition to your library.